Welcome to Grumpy Guy Gaming, and it's time for another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to do a checkered pattern on your miniatures. Ooh. This will be probably the worst tutorial you ever see in your life, so bear with me. Don't like the video, don't subscribe. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you 3 ways. So it's not going to be one. I won't fuck up 1 time, I'm going to fuck up 3 times. Now, first one, I'm going to show you how to do a freehand, at least how I do it. So there are probably 10 times better ways, but it's mine. For that we need brush, a nice detail brush, paints, Dawn Stone, Ceramic White and Abaddon Black. Second one will be how to use masking tape and using a brush how to paint it so you can get a little bit nice effects. This you have to watch out, because if the masking tape glues too much, you can remove the primer off your model, which happened during this tutorial. You will see it. That's why I'm saying it, because I'm an idiot. I was rushing a little bit, but I apologize for that. For that you will need masking tape, scalpel, which you have to watch out not to cut yourself. What else? Paint, Ceramic White and Abaddon Black to fix any mistakes you make. And the last one will be how to apply a transfer sheet or decal. I don't know how to say it. Transfers. How to apply a transfer. We're going to use, I should have used Micro Set and Micro Sol. I only use Micro Sol. Micro Set I forgot to apply, which is moron. I didn't record that one. I apologize in advance. We need scalpel. We need Micro Set, Micro Sol. Micro Set you just apply before the applying of the transfer, so it actually glues better on the material. Micro Sol is to soften the material so it conforms to the surface it's applied to, so it looks much better, much more natural. And that's it. Now let's go see my crappy tutorials. And this is the example. Now we're going to start first by bracing your hand with holding the model on the table, and with the other hand we're going to use a finger and also brace it so it's easier, smoother. We're going to go from a downward motion because it's easier to control, and then just start. The size doesn't matter, depends on you how big you want your checkers to be, but it's simple. Just slowly, a little bit of unfocusing, a little bit better now. So now we're going to do the main part, and now that we're finished, then we're going to turn around again so we can paint the lines in a downward fashion. Did I say this correctly? I don't know. And slowly again, you can see we are already getting a small checkered pattern. Mistakes are normal here, we're going to fix that later, so don't worry. Now we're going to use the domes and start filling in. So when you're starting filling in, just start from the middle and then just move to the sides if you're not sure. Again, you don't have to be 100% neat about this, but the neater you are, it will be easier later during painting. You won't need to fix that much, but if you don't have steady hands, you'll probably make mistakes, but don't worry about it. This is the first coat. We're going to probably do a couple of more just to fill it up a little bit better. you can see that I'm going from middle on the sides, just a little bit, again not too neat about it. Now we're going to use ceramic white, and then now we're going to actually paint the the white the checkered pattern that we need. So always put the model in a position that is easier for you. You can see how I'm doing these ones but I'm changing my techniques. I already painted a lot, but as you can see, I'm always moving the model so it's easier for my hand to paint it. It's not making an awkward position for it. Just a little bit of more filling in. You can see I made a couple of mistakes. Now, using Abaddon Black, we're going to start cleaning up, refining the edges of the checkered pattern. Now, this won't be perfect, guys. It will take me much longer to make like a perfect checkered pattern, because you always have to come back and clean up. But always move from the middle to the sides. It will be easier for you to make it, and do small strokes. Don't rush too much. But once you do a couple of these, it goes a lot faster and more precise. And that's it. Now we're going to go to masking. Now for masking, we're going to glue the masking tape on top. I didn't measure the size of the actual lines. This depends on you. I'm going to do, let's say here, 3 lines. Cut it slowly. And then again, you can measure it so you can be 100% exact, but I'm doing this a little bit faster, so don't kill me. And then just cut it on the, this was vertical, so now this is horizontal. After we done this, you start gluing it. So pick it up a little slowly with the scalpel. Be careful, of course. Put it in a position where you want it. Move the part so it's easier for you. If it goes a little bit sideways, use the blunt part of the scalpel to move it a little bit. And then just start putting them on to get the checkered pattern. We're going to continue so you can see how far this one gone. Then we're going to push it a little bit and lose focus on the camera, but it's normal. That's it. Now we're just going to continue. You can see I'm already fast forwarded a little bit and finishing up the part. It's not perfect. Again, we can refine it by being more precise when cutting it. But since this will be orc shoulder pads, I don't think it will be matter that much. Here I didn't cut it correctly, but there are even masking tapes that are the size that you need, so you can buy them. Now, by using ceramic white, we're going to dab it on, like you saw on the table, on the piece of cloth, so it's not too wet, and then just dab it all around on top of this. So it has to be at a 90-degree angle, so you don't go underneath the masking tape and loses focus, of course. And just dab it, and you should do maybe 2 layers, 2 thin coats, how they say. And now we're going to remove it. Now here it's a little bit tricky part. If your primer wasn't good, or the masking tape sticks too hard. You can see I already removed here some of the paint, and then just since we removed some of the paint, come back and just refine the edges. Oh, now we're going to transfers. It's very simple. Cut it to size. Sorry for the shaky camera. Take tweezers, some warm water, hold it a little bit. Now here I made a mistake. There should have been micro set on it. I apologize for this. Then just slowly put the transfer into position. Here I'm using fingers, or it's not suggested. Better to use brush, and just move it around and see if it's okay. It looks more or less good. Then use dry tissue paper and just from the top just press it in. Don't pull, don't push, pull on the side so you don't move the transfer itself. And as you saw, I'm just now applying micro salt.
And hope you enjoyed these 3 examples. What to say? Leave a comment below, definitely. Tell me what you think. Always, do you want another, maybe a different tutorial for me to cover? Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the bell button to get notifications when I upload new. Like the video or dislike, doesn't matter. And thank you for watching, and stay grumpy.